North Dakota Farm Bureau had a really successful 2019 Legislative Assembly. We had concerns in the beginning, concerns on whether spending would be able to be kept under control, concerns knowing that the Association of Counties had passed a resolution to say that we should do away with our farm home exemption. But in reality, at the end of the day, we had a great session and we got a lot accomplished for our members, and our opponents were not nearly as successful as we were on major issues. Emery, tell us about some of the issues you were riding herd over.
As Pete mentioned, we've seen a lot of success, particularly relating to water. For example, the state engineer proposed a bill, unfortunately for them, named Waters of the State. This bill would have redefined what those waters were and was very concerning for us and the potential implications that it would be for our farmers and those who are interested in drainage. This bill was defeated despite some amendments proposed by the state engineer. We also saw a bill defeated relating to drainage that would slow up some of the drain permitting process. We also saw a bill relating to animal cruelty defeated, which would have prohibited an individual from owning or purchasing an animal if they had a prior conviction of animal cruelty. We've also seen success in the passage of House Bill 1400, which basically defines meat as coming from an animal instead of something grown in a lab in a petri dish. This will provide protections to our livestock producers. As Pete mentioned, we have seen success in the areas of the farm home exemption. We've seen a strengthening of this provision for farmers that will enable them to continue to receive the exemption despite changes to our current tax code. A few smaller areas where we've seen success is relating to the licensing and registration of semi-trailers and livestock trailers. We've also seen improvement to transportation of anhydrous ammonia and branding for livestock, which with the passage of a bill that will make a freeze brand a legally recognized brand on livestock. We are also excited about the passage of a bill relating to mitigation, which has come from the North Dakota Farm Bureau delegate floor. We've also seen a couple bills relating to family farm loans, as well as a bill relating to predator control, which basically just enables the ability to hunt for vermin and predators at night with the aid of artificial light. And so with that, Pete, I'll turn it back over to you.
One of our great victories this session is the passage of a fairly simple bill. Passage of House Bill 1388 allows second cousins to farm together in a corporate structure. The successful passage of this bill is really a testament to our grassroots policy development process. This is a policy that's been in our book for a number of years, but the Gallagher family from near Thompson in Grand Forks County actually had it impacting them directly. The Gallagher family has a corporate structure involving cousins, and now that the next generation wants to be involved with the farming operation, the second cousins were not allowed to be in that operation as corporate partners. So the simple passage of this will allow that to happen. But the Gallagher family took this bull by the horns, ran with our policy book. We got this bill passed. It's a great victory for our grassroots process, great victory for the Gallagher family, and any members who are involved in a similar situation where second cousins are wanting to farm together and keep the corporate structure that has worked for them for generations. We had one disappointment this session with the failure of Senate Bill 2315, which was called the posting bill. In most states, land is considered private and posted whether you see the signs or not. You can't just walk onto people's property without asking permission. In North Dakota, however, if the signs are not present or visible or understandable, you can legitimately walk onto someone's property to do whatever you'd like. We were trying to change that, trying to implement our policy that says all land should be considered posted, no trespassing. The Senate bill passed pretty easily. It came over to the House and there were some changes made. It did pass the House, then went back for what we call the conference committee process. And in that process, the bill changed in so many ways that it couldn't garner enough votes to pass the House the final time. So this is a disappointment to us that our property owners are once again put upon by people who want to hunt without asking permission or do other outdoor activities without asking permission of the landowners. Our greatest success this session was the passage of Senate Bill 2345. This bill deals with agricultural zoning as it relates to animal feeding operations. A number of years ago, the legislature put into code how animal feeding operations would be regulated, the combination of local and state jurisdiction. In 2008, there was a Supreme Court ruling that more clearly defined who has jurisdiction over what things and who has what authority. Unfortunately, there's been misinterpretation over the years so that local entities of government have overstepped their authority. So we hope that in this bill we can clearly define those roles and make certain that counties and townships do not overstep their authority when regulating livestock. The passage of this bill should make it easier for animal agriculture to expand in North Dakota, and we think that that spells a great future for grain farmers and livestock farmers. Overall, I'd say we've had an extremely successful legislative session this year. Some of that is definitely related to the leadership of Majority Leader Chet Pollard in the House. It's been great for agriculture. It's been great for us specifically as an organization. His leadership has been well handled and smooth, and his relationship with the Senate is great.
Senate Majority Leader Rich Bordner has also been wonderful for us to work with. He's very approachable and very understanding when it comes to issues, especially even relating to rural areas. Chairman Lewick, the chairman of the Senate Agriculture Committee, has also been a joy for us to work with and has carried the water on many of our big issue bills. Likewise, the House Agriculture Chairman, Dennis Johnson, has been a pleasure to work with and has carried the water on many issues as well.
So we've had a great legislative session, and we appreciate the help of our members in getting issues to the forefront, good issues in the policy book, and helping implement those policies at the legislative level. It's been a great session for NDFB.
We wish all of our farmers and ranchers good luck and best wishes to the beginning of the 2019 crop production cycle and the end of the calving cycle.